Hi, this is Owen with Awards USA. Our website is donorrecognitions.com. That's donor with a hyphen, recognitions with an S.com. And here today I would like to show you how to install our expanding modular donor recognition tree. To install your tree properly, you're going to need the following tools. You'll need blue tape or painter's tape. It's a masking tape you can get at the hardware store. A good level, a drill with a 5/16 and a 3/16 inch bit. These should be masonry bits if your wall is going to be brick, concrete, or cinder block. Phillips screwdriver or a Phillips bit for your screw gun is also necessary, as well as a hammer and a tape measure. And if the tree's going to go up high, don't forget a ladder. Okay, the first thing you want to do is put your template, your mounting paper template, on the wall. As you can see, we've already done that. We've chosen the spot where we want it and centered it in the area here. A couple things. You want to make sure that the template is level. As you can see right here, we have a level line that you can use to put a level to. In this case, I've got a torpedo level, so I'll put this straight edge right up here onto the level line and put my torpedo on top, and it looks like it's very close, pretty much right where we want it. If you don't have a level and you're certain that your wall is level at the top, or your ceiling, I guess, your ceiling is level, you can also measure from one side to that level line and measure on the other side to that level line and make sure that the measurements are equal, and that will assure that the template is at least level to your ceiling line. So that's the first thing. The next step is you'll want to drill your holes. As you can see, the tree comes in separate modules. There's an A module and a B module. And just, one module has one more leaf on it. That's the difference. But anyways, these modules will be positioned here. And as you can see, there's little points here, X points, where you will drill your holes. So what you want to do is drill 3/16 inch holes into those spots. These holes are for the trunk. There's 4 of them. These 4 holes are going to be a different size. These will take a 5/16 inch hole, and these holes for the acrylic modules will take a 3/16 inch hole. Be sure, if you've got a brick, masonry, or concrete wall, to use a masonry bit, and a hammer drill will help quite a bit too. So I'm going to grab my drill here and simply drill right through the paper template into the wall. I'll continue on and go ahead and do this, but I do want you to make sure that you get 5/16 inch holes here for the tree trunk. All right then, after you've drilled all your holes, you want to remove the template and insert your red plastic anchors. They're just small little red anchors or plugs. Be sure that you, if you're using a masonry wall, brick wall, or whatever, that the holes are at least as deep as the anchor and perhaps a 1/4 inch longer. So make sure they're deep enough to accept the anchor. But I'll go ahead and remove this. Be careful not to remove the paint. And you'll just set your template aside. Refer to that later. Go ahead and just take your anchors and just simply put them in the wall. Here, put them in the holes. Tap them in with a hammer. Go ahead and proceed to do that until we get to our next step. Next, you want to install your tree trunk. This is an oak tree trunk. Our expanding modular trees now come pretty much just in mahogany, but I'm going to put this is an old oak one, so I'm going to use this as an example. Also, we have a simulated bronze tree trunk. The installation is the same, whether it's the simulated bronze or the wood trunk, you put the tree up the same way. So here you'll see we've got the 4 studs coming out of the back of the trunk. I want to go ahead and apply a little bit of silicone, just enough to get it to kind of stick to the wall and seal itself. So 3 or 4 little dabs like that, and then you just need to line these studs up with the 4 holes here. And just go ahead and press firmly. All right, now we want to get our acrylic modules installed above the trunk. When you get your acrylic modules, you're going to have 4 holes. All the other leaves should be installed, but we leave the leaves off where the holes are. The back side will typically have a paper masking or protective film. You can remove that at that time, and then if you need to, take any dust off with a soft rag. You got to make sure it's nice and clean before you put it up. And also, as you can see, they'll all be marked as either an A or a B, and determine where the A's and B's go by looking at your template. Right now I know that right here goes the acrylic module B, and I will be putting these through onto the wall using spacers. So you take your small nylon spacers, and they go behind the acrylic module. So we want to put one there. Now in this example, this is the one that goes right above the trunk or onto the trunk. So this hole and this hole will go right here and here. And as you can see, the trunk serves as a spacer. So no spacers on these 2 holes. I'll go ahead and slip a spacer on this one. And I'll line these up here. Now when you screw these screws in, you want to be careful you don't torque too much on the acrylic. So I'm going to put these screws in not quite all the way. And then I'm going to grab a screwdriver with a Phillips head, and I'm going to hand tighten the rest of them just a little bit here. Make sure they're flush and not too snug. Again, refer to your template, determine where the A's and B's are going to go, and just continue on. All right, the next step is to install the brass leaves, silver leaves. We have them in copper also, and you're just going to use a small screwdriver, which we provide. By the way, we also provide the silicone for behind the trunk. So I'm going to use this little screwdriver. We've got little brass screws for the brass leaves, and we have silver screws for the silver leaves. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten these little brass screws. You want to be careful you don't slip, only because I tighten them as much as you can by hand. And the last few torques with the screwdriver, you don't want to slip because you will scratch the leaves, so you got to be careful. and not too tight again. Just snug them up and you should be good. All right, that's it. Right now I'm just buffing the tree, getting it clean. You can use, like I said before, a soft cotton rag. We do not recommend Windex or ammonia-based cleaners because it will crack or craze the edges of the acrylic, so you don't want to use that. Other than that, that's it. That's how you put up the expanding modular tree. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, give us a call at 888-462-5008 or visit our website at donor-recognitions.com. Again, thanks for watching.